There comes a moment in every Tour de France when a team loses the plot. Not because they're weak, not because they're out of ideas, but because they have too many of them. A moment when a team's tactics look less strategy and more like a PowerPoint presentation made by a hyperactive intern on too much coffee. And this year, ladies and gentlemen, that honour goes once again to the artful chaos merchants of Team Visma Lisa Bike, or as Tadej Pogačar might prefer to call them, the Tour de France's official panic button. Yes, the Slovenian prince himself, the one who climbs like an angel but now sighs like a middle manager in a group project gone wrong. He's had enough. He's rolling his eyes in interviews, he's giving backhanded compliments, he's dropping sound bites with the irritation of someone who's just been asked for the 15th time if he'd like to extend his car's warranty. Case in point, his now iconic reaction to Team Visma's latest strategy meltdown on stage 6 of the Tour de France. After watching the Yellow-Black Brigade burn through their riders on short climbs like they were trying to heat a barbecue, Pogačar simply shrugged and delivered the quote of the day. Quote, "Visma tried to do, I don't know what. They went hard, so we just followed them. We're just going to put that on a t-shirt." So in this script, we're diving into the 5 key chapters of Team Visma's Operation Annoy Pogačar, and why their scattergun tactics are starting to wear thin on the most unbothered man in cycling. Spoiler, they're not going to work, but it's sure fun watching them try. The chaos plan. What is Visma even doing? It started subtly, like a mosquito at night. A tiny sting here, a whine there. Then by stage 6 it was full swarm mode. Team Visma, perhaps traumatized by Pogačar's Giro dominance, or just desperate to keep somebody in the headlines other than UAE Team Emirates, decided to take the scenic route through the Tour's logic centre. And what did this tactical brainstorm involve? Well, let's see. They sent their domestiques on pulls with 70 k's to go. They surged on Category 4 climbs as if a mountain stage had broken out in Normandy. They tried to split the peloton on roads wide enough for an airport runway, and for what? To get Pogačar to work. The plan, if you squinted hard enough, was to bait him into wasting his energy, making him hold the jersey too early, or crack him under pressure like a vending machine overloaded with coins. Except there was one problem. Pogačar isn't built like other riders. He's a stress vacuum, a chaos black hole. Throw weird moves at him and he'll just pedal smoother. Try to bait him into using his team. He just sits tighter on the wheel. Try to drop him, he counterattacks with a grin. Visma's whole strategy was like trying to outdance a ballerina by tripping over your own shoelaces. And Tadej, he's starting to get bored. The sound of a man who's over it. Let's go back to the quote that started this drama. Visma tried to do, I don't know what they tried. They went hard, so we just followed. If ever a sentence dripped with passive-aggressive genius, this is it. The I don't know what carries the weight of 1,000 side eyes. It's a cycling equivalent of, oh, bless their hearts, or sure, Jan. It's Tadej saying with a smile, these clowns don't know what they're doing, but thanks for the free lead-out. He's annoyed, but not furious. Not Jonas in 2023 annoyed. No, this is a higher level. The quiet irritation of a man being repeatedly poked with a stick by a team that thinks it's holding a sword. Because here's the twist. There's not actually anyone being hurt here. They're just interrupting his flow, wasting his time, making the race more annoying than threatening. It's like being chased by someone in flip-flops. They're technically pursuing you, but not really in danger. And as the days go on, the quotes get frostier. Quote, "But Matthew has it by 1 second. It was a superb ride from him today, and the breakaway did an amazing job up front. All credit to the guys in the break." Translation: At least someone in the race knows how to ride smart. We're reaching the point where Tadej Pogačar may start bringing a Sudoku book to post-stage interviews just to show how underwhelmed he is. The early jersey trap and Visma's obsession with it. You know things are getting desperate when your rivals start playing reverse Uno on you. That's exactly what Team Visma tried on stage 6. Make Pogačar keep the yellow jersey. Yes, you heard that right. They didn't try to take it from him, they tried to give it back. Because wearing the jersey means interviews, it means defending, it means using your teammates to control the race. And for a rider like Pogačar, who's targeting the mythical Giro Tour double, it means one more spoonful of fatigue, stirred into the souffle of suffering that is a Grand Tour. So Visma tried to crack him with kindness. They revved their tempo in tiny hills, hoping that UAE would take the bait and chase every single breakaway. But Pogačar and his team read the play perfectly. They didn't take the bait, they watched, they smiled, they let the breakaway go. And who swept in to take the jersey by 1 second? None other than cycling's resident unicorn, Mathieu van der Poel. Pogačar's reaction? But Mathieu had it by 1 second. That but carries a universe of sarcasm. He didn't want the jersey anyway, and now Visma have burned a handful of matches trying to give it to him, only to find out that Van der Poel scooped it up while pooping a wheelie. You could have scripted it better if you tried. Pogačar's defense is offense. Let's be clear. If there's one rider in the peloton who's thriving on racing hard from 100 k's out, it's Tadej Pogačar. He's not afraid of chaos. He is chaos. But what annoys him, and this is becoming clear, is when it's bad chaos, when it's sloppy, when it doesn't even make tactical sense. He can handle a strategic ambush, but he can't be bothered with random accelerations on flat roads with no objective beyond, let's see what happens. And so, he started to lean into his most powerful weapon, the art of casual dominance. Visma surge, he shrugs and follows. Visma attack, he checks his heart rate monitor, sees it's still in zone 2, and responds without standing up. When asked about it, he basically implied they were helping him warm up for the real mountain stages. There's no panic in the Pogačar camp, just a slow realization that Visma is playing 4D chess against a man who bought Uno cards and is still winning. When all else fails, Tadej just rides up the front and makes the race harder. For them. Who's playing whom now? The end game. You can't break what doesn't bend. So where does this end? Simple. It doesn't. Because Team Visma, despite all their wattage, strategy meetings and race radios, have forgotten one very important truth. You can't break what doesn't bend. Pogačar isn't cracking. He's not even creaking. He's riding at 90% and still winning stages. He's responding to panic attacks from his rivals with deadpan one-liners and sarcastic quotes. And most of all, he's watching the only team capable of challenging him waste their bullets on shadowboxing. It's not going to work. He knows it. His team knows it. And now, it seems, even Visma is starting to suspect it. There's a reason that he said, we just followed them. He could have gone further. He could have said, oh, we let them have their fun. We watched them chase their own tail. We waited for them to implode. But that would have been mean. And Tadej, he's polite, even when he's completely unbothered or slightly annoyed. So for now, he'll smile through gritted teeth, he'll let Visma roll the dice, he'll praise breakaways, he'll pretend to be impressed, but we all see what's happening. They're trying to rattle him, and it's not working. Thanks for watching today's video. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with all of the cycling videos. Also leave a like on today's video. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.